Well, yeah, but I'm kind of middle of the road no matter what, so I don't have any real dumb stats.
Have we had a long rest? Because I'm still
Yes.
Oh
apparently.
yeah, no,
You've had a month of long rests. Yeah, your
Oh.
your situation is this: you guys finished dealing with the constructs.
Okay.
Xior has left and spent 30 days training with the Swordmaster. That leaves the rest of you, the three of you, 30 days in which you can do independent stuff during that time. Up to and including visiting Xior while he's training.
My kryptonite. Downtime.
In the meantime, all of you have probably heard rumors about a group that included a centaur Smilodon that caused a ruckus at the Silver Spire. Or should I say what's left of the Silver Spire?
Did they blow it up?
Isn't that the place that we were like, oh, we might check out this later?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, because we were like, are you being held hostage?
but you guys didn't go very far.
Nope. We didn't go in Thor.
So
I'm very familiarize myself with this character because it's been a hot minute since I played it.
Sure. And then you also have heard the rumors that the Centaur and the Centaur's group have been hunting phylacteries of the lich you guys killed. There was 7. There's now 5. The last one apparently is rumored to have been protected by a death knight. And 2 of the characters survived by playing dead.
Possums.
Yes. Until the phylactery left the sewers. And the Death Knight stopped pursuing them. So, go ahead.
So are the Centaur and that group our allies, or are they working against us and trying to bring the Lich back?
It sounded like they were allies, but that group disappeared a few days ago.
Okay, they might be tentative allies. Okay.
They might be zombies now.
Oh, that's lovely. I know, I like the zombies. Zombies are mean.
In the meantime, of course, city cleanup and reconstruction is still very much underway.
Is it possible to earn coin by helping with reconstruction?
Yes.
I can make some bear pack mules.
Also, you're a druid. You have a lot of things that you can do.
So, let's see.
I can't remember. Oh, I got herbalism. I can be making healing potions. I think.
So, yeah, you technically, yes. Yes, you can.
So the city is willing to pay 65 gold pieces per day to those willing to help with reconstruction efforts.
Okay. How far away is Xior?
What was that? A full day's?
Oh, it wasn't even that. It was like a few hours away.
Yeah.
By foot. It wasn't far. I'm just outside the city. I think it was on horseback. It was like 30 minutes, Tony. You kind of described it as being very close.
Oh, that's right. It was, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 miles away from
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah. Like as a horse, you could get there in like 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
type of thing. If you have
You-
decent speed, you can
you-
get there.
If you have good
Okay.
speed, you can get there. Or you can walk there in an hour.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I would probably spend 2 weeks helping with reconstruction.
Okay.
Visit Xior once, and then the rest of the time doing making healing potions.
Okay. So,
So I guess like 2 days visiting Xior.
open calculator.
Calculator open.
So 14 times 65.
Yeah, to kind of
Nice.
give you an idea, babe. If you conjure animals, like you can have all those animals helping with like reconstruction and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That so it might speed up the reconstruction.
Yeah,
So,
erupting earth can remove rubble.
so 14 days yields 910 gold pieces.
I got moolah.
Hmm.
Where's moolah? Bio?
Core right here.
Okay.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And in the middle, you'll eventually run into it.
910, so 946.
Closer
And
to
then what would I need to roll to know how many healing potions I would make?
Arcana.
But she also has the herbalism kit, which makes the healing potion. She has that skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Arcana or
Yeah.
oh shit. I was
Or
hoping it was-
herbalism.
I was hoping it was herbalism. Because the herbalism uses my wisdom.
If you're just making straight healing potions,
I'm making bulk versus quality. Okay, so here's Arcana.
Don't forget about your guidance.
And
Okay.
then
So-
guidance.
if you spend the 25 gold pieces per day, you could make 14 potions of healing. Or you can make one per day.
Okay. So yeah. I will do that.
Okay?
So it's 25
Per day.
$25
Gold pieces.
Gold per day.
Yeah.
Well,
5 times 14 equals 350. Okay, there we go. Clear. Minus 350. Where would that item name?
Potion of healing is what you're looking for if you're trying to drag and drop.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, go to top right. Go to compendium.
I
It's
already
a book.
got it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
2024 or 14?
14 for you. It doesn't really. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it says we're doing homebrew rules on
Yeah.
potions.
I just gotta click it to 14. Okay. All right. So I think that covers my month or so,
Okay.
30 days.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Sika, what are you doing for 30 days?
Well, if Ben's character needs help, I'll probably help him out. Buttercup needs help, I'll probably help him out at least somewhat.
Okay.
I just am like, we're both the charismas, and I was just looking for anyone having a skills outside of charisma. I guess maybe I'll ask an NPC.
Also, you can also come visit me. Drop off a sword.
Why would I don't think I'm gonna find a better sword than what you have.
I know what you can do.
No, you still have to drop off that sword.
Oh, okay.
So go visit
You have-
Xior and laugh at his pain.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
see how fast I can run. I will do it as cardio to see how fast I can run there.
Okay.
You have that glory boost, don't you?
Not yet, I don't think.
I thought it was well, there's the level 6 one, but
Oh,
there's I
yes.
thought you got
You're also supposed
That-
to be learning from Xior.
someone is.
Oh yeah, the whole ethics and thinking.
And tactic.
And the crayons, the paper.
The crayons, the paper.
Um,
The crayons go up the nose.
okay.
Like
Yeah,
the
no,
Family Guy episode.
So,
See what happened was my thumb was always over the X-ray like this.
Oh.
so you make it to the estate in 15 minutes.
Wow.
You are exhausted once you reach there.
Take a bit of breather here. Give him the sword and such, and do a bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
It's got to be very much walk and talk.
Oh no. Just cool down, not rest.
Roll a dex save, Buttercup.
Aye.
Back it up, Buttercup.
Okay.
12.
You avoid having severe leg cramps.
Oh, I thought that would be a Constitution saving throw.
Eh.
You're like, ah. You remember to stretch.
Eat your pickle juice.
Both those sound like intelligence checks.
All right.
Okay. Did I roll in order to get 14?
And actually, yeah, the sword that you won during your combat is somewhat better than what Xior currently has
Uh-huh.
in a couple of small areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of depends on which sword.
Which foes?
Right now with this sword, I have 3 good swords. I have a really good I have a really good scimitar, a really good great sword, and then this sword, which is a long sword.
Okay.
Okay.
Whee!
So back to Sika. What are you doing for those 30 days?
I don't know. I think I might have finally figured out what I should change Sika to.
Oh, wait! Why is it?
Well,
Nosy cat. Meow.
what class and subclass would fit the person that worships that is a follower of a god that likes to gain knowledge and keep secrets?
I thought you were switching warlock subclasses.
College of Secrets?
No,
Is it the Bard College of Secrets?
no.
Ah.
I'm I don't remember what class Ben's character is.
Paladin.
I don't know. Paladin. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he's a paladin.
Yeah.
Glory Paladin, specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. So
Yeah.
he's a fish person, paladin. Then we have Eric, that's an exploring human fighter, and you're a sensitive scholar, minotaur, warlock.
Yep.
So what, you're keeping the same subclass, or you changing
Warrior.
subclass?
I might have to ask Tony if I can change classes.
Oh, you were thinking wizard?
No, fuck no.
Well,
What? Why?
so the short
Why fuck
answer
no
is
wizard?
you can change classes, keep your existing levels.
Mhm.
You know, and the next time you level up,
Yeah. That's all. I
Wait,
was sitting there and I
so
know.
you're basically wanting to gain divine knowledge.
wait, cleric?
Cleric? No, well, no. All magic is divine in nature in this game.
Well, there's something called a knowledge cleric, and I'm like, oh no.
So
Yeah,
cleric,
it just
there's
came
paladin,
out. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
a divine soul sorcerer,
Celestial Warlock.
I'm
celestial
not
warlock.
trying to gain. I'm not. It's not necessarily the godhood thing
A bard,
as much as
college of lore.
No.
yeah.
That's kind
But-
of your options.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you were thinking about knowledge cleric?
Maybe.
But yeah, he's going. No. You don't get to change your stats.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you're just gonna multi-class.
Oh, okay. I can multi-class. Okay. Yeah. No. So
I have no idea what
previously
you.
I was talking with Eric. Eric was like, "Well, maybe you would want to be a wizard instead." I'm like, "No, I don't want to be a wizard."
You guys are what, level 5 now?
Mhm.
We just turned level 5 not too long
Okay.
ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I just have to decide what the hell I want to do with her because
think we
Eric
told-
has pointed out multiple times to me that me making my character a warlock made absolutely no sense.
I did not ever say that. I just said you would need. I think you need a higher intelligence. You can still be a warlock. You just need higher intelligence.
we
What's up?
turned level 5 earlier this month
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I started out as level 5, and that was July 3rd was my first session.
Yeah.
We're partially on a training arc. We're training different things though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Massage.
You're fine.
Downtime.
You okay, Hannah?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just have to decide what the hell I've been doing for the last month
Right.
because I'm
Is your
not
brain-
useful to Ben's character, and
I'm sorry I put it like that.
You can always come visit Xior.
yeah, come visit Xior. I can.
You can help with the
useless things.
reconstruction. You can
Yeah,
help
I
with
can
the reconstruction effort and make some money.
I might just have to do that.
Do you try to sneak away with hidden information from places?
You can visit the library.
If I'm allowed in.
Racist people.
And redact all the books.
I'm not going to redact the. They already have that. I just need to protect knowledge they don't have.
Well, how do you start with knowledge they don't have? By removing everyone that knows it.
No.
Violence. Damn.
This is why I need someone to mentor me, probably in reality.
Okay, you don't listen to the little voice in your head that tells you to do stuff.
But
Yeah,
I
I don't.
only
And then I
listen to
don't
the
do.
voices in my head.
Then I just don't do anything, which is also the wrong answer.
I
Okay,
guess
maybe
I
listen to it
will.
another time.
I will work the same number of days as Chris's character.
Okay.
Asenya.
So you
Asenya.
get 910 gold.
Yep.
And you have like 16 more days to figure out.
Yep.
Because I only worked for 2 weeks.
I saw. I was just like, I don't. So I've got some gold.
Hmm.
I can go visit Xior for on some days. Laugh at him. Yeah.
We'll coordinate
And
so we can point and laugh together.
yeah. Oh, I also have an herb. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if I actually had proficiency with herbalism kits, but I do. I think.
Sweet. Need to look
I
up
think
all the
possibly
different
because of
potions.
the background I chose, which is why I've been limiting. But yeah, because after a lot of games, Eric's like, "So when are you reworking your character?" I'm like, I rolled the dice. I got a Minotaur warlock. I'm sticking with,
Okay.
even if I know it's a bad idea.
Hey, you can also jump into that knowledge cleric.
I could, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I can probably make some.
Well, that's cool.
Hmm?
When you drink this potion, you can gain the violence following benefits for the next 8 hours. Magic can't put you to sleep, and you remain awake, but still get the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make some potions too.
Yes.
Does it take an entire day or just a night to make a regular potion of healing?
I pulled it up online and it says you doing so requires using this kit and 25 gold points of raw material over the course of 1 day.
Oh, so the entire day. So you have to watch the pot.
Yeah.
Yep, you have to watch the pot.
Okay, good to know.
So,
Where are those rules? Add them to my notes. Is it 5e tools?
I wound up getting D&D Beyond, but it probably is also on 5e tools.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 5e tools also might be more accurate because I'm sitting there and I'm like, actually, I don't know if D&D Beyond is showing me 2024 or 2014. Yeah.
Okay. You can use an herbalism kit to craft antitoxin candle, healer's kit, and potion of healing.
Oh, here's kit might be useful for someone.
Yeah.
I might craft a few of those.
Oh. To avoid or Okay, antitoxin is basically anti-poison. I don't know if I have any extra days. I'm gonna have to make a list of all the stuff I want to make. Next list. Potions to make. And I'm guessing the higher level healing potions only take more days. What does the healer's kit do? Just stabilizes someone?
Yeah, stabilize as well as if you have the proper feat for it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does extra stuff if you have proper feet, which and it does.
Oh, stabilizes.
Yeah, as well as I think can it do some healing? Like I think it lets you do a 10-minute, like do 10-minute. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's just stabilize. But yeah, that's an important thing.
10 uses. Utilize action, expend one of its uses to stabilize an unconscious person that has 0 without needing to make a medicine check.
I've already used up 4 charges of mine.
Well, you got 2 people that can make you one. 5 gold pieces. I'm going down the crafty thing. Can make a candle.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want to make a lot of potions of different kinds, I believe I have a herbalism table.
Ooh,
Yep.
ooh.
It,
That
yeah,
would be useful.
there's different types of potions that you can make with alchemy versus herbalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would learn how to. Can you learn how to make it? Use another kit without it taking like a year in game?
Yes.
Ooh, how's that?
Let's see. See if I can find it.
The
Yeah,
map
maybe
still
it's on
has my mark on it.
this computer.
I want to say you sent me something like a long time ago.
Let's see. Here it is.
Right into racism.
Okay. Where is this located? MSI. I think this is small enough to just put it in Discord. That's not herb tea. That's herb.
Okay.
Sorry, an old night court.
Oh,
second there, I thought you were talking about a court of thorns and roses, which is like smutty literature.
Okay, it should be in Discord. Oh, and it would help if I put it in the right chat. Oh, hang on. Text channels, general. Upload file.
Because we're the OG.
Do you have like Microsoft Excel by chance?
Mm,
I do.
I have. I think I use the Google mostly.
Yeah, I think it works with Google too, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll
Because
ask you
Google
what
Sheets.
yeah.
what you want to open it in normally.
Okay. Otherwise, I have it in 2 split PDF files or one
Let's see what
XLS file.
happens.
Boop.
You put it in Greyhawk.
Where'd you go?
Really? I thought I
I got
had
it.
in general.
No, it's in
What?
general.
It's in general.
Oh, it is? Okay, no, man, I'm blind.
Come on.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Oh, there is one in Greyhawk too, but it's
Yes,
you did also put it in Greyhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did delete that, Tony.
No, I don't want to try it.
No,
for
I
free.
can leave it there.
Yeah, I would have to do the PDFs to get it on my computer.
Okay.
I don't have Microsoft, unfortunately.
That's all right. We will do PDFs.
Thank you much.
Okay.
Now what do I do? In the task manager.
Okay.
And
Open.
there we go. I just had to do mine a little bit. I had to do some. I just had to specify I wanted it in my actual.
And there's the 2 PDFs.
Herbs.
Herbs. Okay, herbs. Ooh,
Herbs.
these are so pretty. You have botanical drawings in there.
For
Herbs.
some of them. Or they might just be. I just can't.
Are these actually? No wonder their botanical drawings are actual things.
Yeah.
They
No, I think
migrated from actual herbs. Ashwagandha. Okay. Note to self: get an ion stone to increase intelligence. Every single one of them uses intelligence. So what do you use the herbalism kit for?
Mostly potions and anti-venom based on
Yeah.
health potions and anti-venom.
Okay, but the check is Arcana?
Well, yeah, because you're infusing liquid with not just
magic.
herbs, but you're using magic.
Well, I mean, potions, the healing, yeah, but anti-venom, oh wait, you need a unique anti-venom for every venom, so an all-encompassing one's still magical.
Antitoxin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Antitoxin.
So what's the thing that you can get the alchemy for?
Alchemy, like alchemist fire, fire bombs. Basically, alchemy kit is
I can
can't
make the
make
boons.
health potions, but can make is the source of every other type of potion.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's fennel. 2 weeks. Intelligence.
And you quickly find out that it's more cost effective for you not to make health potions, but to make perfume.
Perfume eggs. You sound so enthused, Ben.
What?
You're like,
No, that's me laughing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like sighing, like you're frustrated.
No, oh, and it's also the frickin' my frickin' breathing, which I need to. Even though I've had surgery on my nose, it's still. I grew too used to mouth breathing.
Oh, yeah. My doctor says I do that. Or my dentist said I did that. I was like, how? I was like, yes, I'm going to breathe through my mouth whenever I'm completely congested because you have tools in my mouth.
Yeah.
Also, hyperventilating. You breathe through your mouth.
I keep my left eye closed generally because while I am beginning to see stuff with it, it makes the vision I see with my right eye, it like overlays garbage.
Oh, that's where my tea went.
So if I close my left eye, my right eye sees much clearer.
Do we need to send you an epic dragon eye patch?
I did not know they even made such a thing.
Oh, they make so many different types. It's just basically a regular eye patch, just embroidered with a dragon eye
Sure.
embroidery. Now I'm looking this. Eye patch. Oh, they literally do.
Even know.
Yeah, that was kind of me just like shooting the bull in, but no, they actually do make them. They're kind of epic looking, too.
Sarah was like, oh, Chris came across something interesting online. No, Chris didn't even know.
I figured they did because all it is literally embroidery. But this one is like leather made by leather, like
Okay,
cut leather.
out of
What is
curiosity,
this?
what are we waiting for right now? Because I lost track.
Uh,
We
Let's
were
make decisions.
Decisions. Alrighty.
I have a
hand-
feeling. I'm gonna say 5 days of visiting
Do you encourage
people.
me? Okay. Do you encourage me to work as well? I don't
Yes,
actually know what my group is
but
doing, but I would hope I would encourage them to help out with disaster relief.
Yeah.
Or are they just going around and
so you
giving
so Buttercup could actually easily spend 14 days, which would give you Buttercup 910 gold pieces.
I would also, if you ask Xior, like, what should I do? I was like, help the people.
uh, I'm going to be basically trying to convince the Temple of Ionos to
that is
come down and help. I won't get paid as much, but I'd like to roll to see if I convince any of them to come down and help out too.
Go for it.
Without being shot in the head.
So like 16.
So you're going
You are successful.
Alrighty.
feral cat come out.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Athena, one day
Mm-hmm.
while you're in Akros, you see a gnome on the street. It sees you. It holds up a hand with a finger sticking up, going, you there.
Yeah. Who, me? I
Yes,
look around.
I have seen you before.
Where?
Here in the streets of Akros. Uh, as you may remember, I sell magical wares.
Okay.
Would you like a Kobold's Alley token for free?
Oh.
Do I know what this is?
Oh.
A player or your character?
Either.
Oh. Okay. It's a. It's a token to let you go into a gambling site where you gamble your very soul.
Oh, that's what y'all are talking about.
Yes.
Uh, I'll take the token, but I won't go there yet.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying other things. As it so happens, I'm currently in need of money, and so I'm having a sale.
Of magical items.
Yes.
Why do I feel like this is a monkey's paw? So I'm gonna do insight.
He is 100% legitimately trying to sell something.
Okay.
Because he is apparently out on bail. Um, and he has to raise a certain amount of gold or he goes back to jail.
Usually you stay out of jail just not by not committing any other crimes.
Well, he has to pay a fine.
Okay.
And he only has so long to pay that fine.
I don't know if I could afford anything, but I will look.
What might interest you? I have rings, wands, staves, cloaks, amulets.
I have so many magical items, it's ridiculous. I think the only thing I don't have is an amulet.
I know. How about a pair of sending stones so you can talk to whoever you want whenever you want?
Oh yeah, that'll be useful. That'll work. How much is that?
He pulls out a pad. He's like, okay, let's see. Well, normally these go for 1,000. I will let you have the pair for $500, 500 gold pieces. They normally go for 1,000.
About 400.
And I do 400. Yeah, all right. I'll do 400.
Hey, yay. Okay.
You have 1 pair of sending stones.
Yay! How long did we need to wait for the sword to be made?
No sword being made.
Oh, okay. Why did I need to deliver a sword if it...
You want a sword off of your duel.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And he wants that sword badly.
Yep. Also, it literally is designed. If you look at it, he goes like, "Oh shit, it's for sure."
Yeah, that duel, I've forgotten the sword by now. Ugh.
I'm gonna have to add those in differently.
Congratulations, you just received the equivalent of a cell phone in Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
Yay!
walkie-talkie, and it's not even... It's
Yeah.
worse, so much worse than a cell phone, because you can only make 1 call a day.
Some
That's
people might say
fine.
that is significantly better than a modern cell phone.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep.
Think about how much free time you'll have if you can only take or make 1 cell phone call in a day.
Well, then you just don't end the call.
Yeah.
Okay. Buttercup.
Yes.
While you're walking around Akros, roll a perception check.
Aye. That's performance. Sorry about that. 14.
Okay. One day you're walking along and it's late evening, and at one point you see a manhole cover move, and you see a death knight drift out of the
Oh.
manhole cover. What do you do?
Scream for help. Stealth away.
Okay.
Unless I see a victim who needs to be protected, well, more aid comes.
Yeah, the streets are empty, more or less.
Then I should run and get help.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
I'm not very stealthy. I'm going for intimidation.
Okay.
that's a choice.
I am screaming loud enough that I'm hoping that it will intimidate them, worried about the unknown number of people coming due to my screams.
That's
You just
the
gotta.
weirdest explanation I've ever heard.
Wait, how smart is the skeleton knight? Because they might just have a screaming match back and forth.
Ah,
It's like the penis
A
thing, but with
dead
legs.
monstrosity! 16.
Okay. You do not intimidate the Death Knight.
Uh-huh.
my gosh!
But do I bring attention to myself enough that other people are looking at the Death Knight and running away?
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
In fact,
Yeah.
the handful of windows that had lights on all go dark.
Oh, that does make sense.
And the people hide behind their curtains.
Uh-huh. Getting ready to watch the fish man get killed.
We're not here.
Until you run away, Buttercup.
Yes, I'm running away, but I'm not
Okay.
stealthing. I can't do that.
Okay.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So
I just realized.
the next morning, the town criers are out going, Smilodon Centaur found slain. Death Knight suspected in murder.
All right, all right. So
So,
I actually do get away?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys have spent your 30 days. Xior is back in town.
Time to party! I
What?
show everybody my new special stones. And hope I didn't spend too much. Man, you get gold and lose gold very quickly in this game.
Well,
Yes. Of course, there will potentially be circumstances where you will find it difficult to spend your gold.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
If we have an explorer's pack, does that come with like a tent?
not
Or do we
like a
just sleep
tent.
under open air?
I don't think it contains a tent, but it does contain like a bedroll and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know if the bedroll was just like open air.
Probably open air.
It's been
Okay.
probably open air, but honestly, you do bring up a good point of it wouldn't actually be. It's a good bit more comfortable to be inside a tent than just a bedroll. But
They do have them.
mhm.
So,
Ironically, it's in 2024.
yeah, it comes in the 2024. It comes with a backpack, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay, so it does include a tent.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing I always try to keep a ball on me at all times, even though it's for pure roleplay reasons, is perfume because I imagine I'm stinky, but I can't spend all of that time finding places to bathe all the time.
So you can purchase tents.
Yeah.
A one
Yeah.
person tent is 1 gold piece. A standard
Well,
tent that'll hold 2 medium people is 2 gold pieces. A large tent for 4 is 5 gold pieces. Of course, a large tent also weighs 35 pounds.
yeah, that's it. I'm good with the one that came with my explorer's pack.
Yeah, okay.
No, you mean just the bedroll, no tent?
I thought it did come with the tent.
It does
No,
not.
we've no.
Oh, then I'll spend the 1 gold piece to get a 1% tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Senya's a little bougie.
I should be a bit bougie.
She does not like to get wet.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Buttercup would love to be wet.
That is correct.
He doesn't. You should carry around, instead of a tent, carry around a basin, and then you can use a spell to create water.
Yeah.
Make your
Or I could go and buy a decanter of endless water.
own. Ooh, that's a good idea. Because isn't yours the race that, like, I remember reading about? They have to get wet, like, every once in a while, or
No,
else they dry out.
that's grown, or I think
I think it was
there's
like
one.
a Triton person.
It wasn't the
Grun's one of
trident,
them.
but
You're-
yes,
the-
I do
the
know. I do
bisexual
know
frog.
of. Well, no, not that there is a third one, but it's not trident.
Species. Mm, Dogart,
All right. Okay, you're stuck on it. All right, fine.
Ganassi. Water Ganassi?
Nope.
Nope, not that one.
Uh,
I thought it was a Triton.
it's water person, but not trident. Maybe it's merfolk or something. No.
Breathe air and water, swim speed equal. Got it. I would know better with pictures.
Oh, there it is. Lolakenth.
The?
Lolakenth. Lolakenth.
All right, Tony. So I need to start working. Like now, my
Fine.
character's working on the third form of this guy's sword style now.
Uh-huh.
I put the a link to the page I was looking at.
Yeah. So, did you hear me, Tony?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you heard me.
Yeah. And the answer to your question was yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. Yes. All right. So he's okay. So that's what I can do now. Okay.
Fenty.
Okay.
There's 3 levels of this fighting style that I've been working on for the past month.
Nice.
And I also got leads on the other masters I need to go see.
Yes.
Successful training montage.
Eventually.
All right. Essentially, I pull out a map.
Yes. I'll flip back over to the world map now.
Yep. Like I gotta hide this until.
Oh, yeah. I think you were going to send somebody on a quest.
Well, eventually, when we get to a certain point.
Yeah.
But you are correct on that.
Go.
All right. Everyone see the map?
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
All right. Yeah. So these so circles are locations that aren't not on the map normally. So, for example, the sanctuary that we developed after dealing with the dead god is in between Akros and Meltis.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right. So if you scroll up north, you see the Great Sword. That is the Great Sword Master located in the mountains, who is, I believe, a Goliath.
Kofos.
Maybe.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. And we have the dagger assassins, the short sword issues, the
Yes.
pirate
Ooh.
longsword.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
a
Oh,
trident,
they're down
I'm
below.
partial to pirate's longsword.
So, all right. So we know for sure where the great sword master is, where the dagger master is, where the short sword is, and but we do not know where the long sword is because the pirate is constantly on the move.
Uh-huh.
With that, um, I may have a request of you, Buttercup.
Aye.
It will be a mission to find the pirate because since you live and can breathe and travel with water, you're best suited for finding the pirate.
Yes, yes. I shall break his keel.
No, he will kill you in a heartbeat. I just need you to send a message that I'm looking for him and would like to meet up with him.
All right.
There's a dagger assassin. Sea of glass. What? Plate. Something longsword. Final? Finale longsword? What's
Hmm?
beside the dagger assassin?
The short sword to the east.
Yeah, dagger
To the
assassin
left.
and
The sea of glass.
pirate longsword.
Pirate
Mhm.
longsword. Okay.
Mhm. So,
I zoomed in
but
to see pirate.
yeah,
I zoomed in, still couldn't read it.
Oh, okay.
it's super
Interesting.
clear for me, which is funny.
Yeah.
And I'm at 70.
It might be the fact that I need to zoom in more.
Uh,
And then
So
the other
anyway, the hardest one to get to and most dangerous just to
short
get to,
sword.
I'm not saying the fight or anything like that, is the great sword. It's Gophos.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sword.
Yeah.
Moses.
But the again, none of them are particularly easy to get to. But I believe that the next easiest one, and I'd use the term loosely, easy, would be the dagger.
I'd be interested in a dagger.
Yeah.
Now
So
I'm just like, should I lower my gold output just to spend the month actually seeing if I can swim all the way over there to the and see if I.
oh no, we that's you don't have to worry about that for now.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's an issue after meeting with the dagger master.
Yeah, because we might be able to go to Oreskos and get like a ferry or whatever to Theros Beyond Death.
Yeah. So, but
City of Oreskos, not country.
mm-hmm.
Or if we want to more stealthy,
Yeah,
we could
but
go. Yeah.
they are. I have I know how to communicate with them.
Okay.
So in any case, that's where my goals lie. But I'm the only not the only one in our group. So if we could find missions heading down to the south, that'd be fantastic. DM said, "Do not go after the great sword next." And Cody, you're like, "Yeah, don't go for the great sword yet."
You can go after whichever you want.
Uh-huh. What's the likelihood of dying from just getting to the great sword?
About the same as going for the short sword.
Not so.
Only slightly more dangerous than going for the dagger.
And the pirate we can't even find right now. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can either try to go for the great sword, but that's gotta get real cold. Like I said, located in the mountains.
Might have to work a
Oh.
few more days for reconstruction to get cold weather gear.
Mm.
But you guys, well, I've been gone for a while. So what trouble have you all been getting up to?
Helping with reconstruction, tormented you, and crafted.
Did you guys find out who's in charge now? Did you find out if the commander survived?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no idea. Unless I found out while I was working on reconstruction.
I'm just like, there's so much destruction. I imagine that there's going to be some proper.
So
It
everybody
actually, no.
except your roll an investigation check.
Alrighty.
Investigation.
Nat 1.
Ooh,
Why do I keep getting 2 rolls?
Oh,
Because it's
you
rolling
Yeah.
have
at
to check on
advantage.
Yeah.
I think.
Investigation.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Anyway, but you still got a nat 20
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and a 20 for Sika.
yeah.
I put it back to normal.
Yeah.
So both Asina and Sika, the pair of you have actually learned that the captain of the guard has mysteriously vanished.
Like, so did he survive the bombardment and then disappeared afterwards?
Yes.
Would be Shore's question.
The answer to that question is yes.
That's a problem.
And we also mentioned the newspaper clippings, I guess, of the Death Knight.
I look at. I'm assuming he's with me at this point, Tony. I just gotta make that that assumption. I look at Master Anakin and go, he's your former student, and what's a Death Knight?
Deathlight is the soul of a knight that has infused its armor because it failed in some task and was cursed to complete a task. And until that task is completed, the armor continues to live on.
Full Metal Alchemist type thing going on.
Kinda, I think. If Alfonso would put someone inside.
Yeah. We should possibly find a guard captain since he was the highest ranking official and seemed to be a man of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I don't think my character's met this guard captain, but she's willing to go. Hey, as long as you pay me.
The rebellion captain or what?
Yeah, the rebellion captain.
Okay.
And by the way, the person in charge is rumored to be a somewhat weak-willed administrative type.
We definitely need to get him back. I've only known him from a little bit, Master, but is he a good man? He seems so. What little interaction I had with him.
He was an apt student. His only flaw was distraction.
I mean, he's probably better than me anyway. So
Perhaps, perhaps not.
All right. Let's see if we can find some clues on where he's at. Uh,
Where do you
all
start?
right. Where would I would make the assumption?
Oh, I also got a nifty coin.
Neat. I guess we could ask around and see where he was last seen. That would be possibly where they're running things now, or we can talk to.
Do they have like a
It's
guard quarters?
yeah, like what's left of the. Where would the guards be set up? Being that I'm pretty sure that's one of the places that were blown up.
Pretty sure too.
So everybody is using the ruins of the Citadel. Um,
Yeah, because Commander's Keep got bombed, which took out. Yeah. Uh,
yeah. So up here.
well, let's start there and work our way.
Okay.
You know what? Before we go, I just want shit giggle like insight check. He's like perhaps what the master's saying perhaps not on that aspect.
Okay.
Should be normal. Let's see. 26. And I need to be rolling my dice. Anyway, 26.
So because of the amount of time that has passed since he trained that individual, he is not entirely sure about where his skills stand versus yours.
Mm.
Because, of course, to maintain your sword abilities does require continuous practice. If you don't practice, you'll always be good, but you're not necessarily going to be at a master level.
Stagnation.
Yeah.
All right. I need to remember to roll with my dice. All right. Okay, so let's go. Unless someone else has something to do.
Not that I can remember. How do you turn on the 3D dice? There it is. Found it.
And I saw what Tony. Did you see what Sika said?
Make
I
clickety
just
click.
specified since I was talking about crafting and then I never said what I crafted, so
Right. All right.
yeah, so I was just like, for the record, while we were talking. But
Okay.
5 health, 4 toxin, and 1 heal.
Sure.
healer's good, yeah.
That's fine.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. First, we roll for him. That's a no. Then we'll roll for her. That's a no. And that's a no. Okay. So you get to the Citadel and you find the administrator. And he's got people coming and going. And he sees you approach and he's like, our heroes are back.
In what regard?
Well, you helped defeat the lich that was controlling the city previously and terrorizing us with those constructs.
And that
And
was mostly.
and you stopped a war, an all-out war, even though we're dealing with the after effects of what was happening with the Knicks.
That was mostly my compatriots here. But
So, what can we do for you? Give you a
looking for the
parade? Oh,
parade. Looking for the captain.
What's our reward type thing?
Oh, yeah, here. What's the reward for the background?
Well, he asked if he could throw us a parade. I was like, is that what he's trying to clarify? Like what we want for a reward?
no. Well, just curious. You know, what are you looking for?
Oh,
Life?
apparently we're missing a guard captain and there's a terrorizing. I want to know what you've been going to do about the Death Knight stalking.
Oh, yes. I think that's a situation that has successfully resolved itself. There have been no more sightings. Obviously, he had a beef with the Smilodon. We will assume that the issue has in fact resolved itself.
I'm gonna insight to him to check to see if he's like sweeping everything under the rug. He's like, the world's on fire, but everything's fine.
Proceed. Wow. So you get the feeling not only is he sweeping stuff under the rug, but he's not in control of his own faculties.
Dispel magic. I know.
Like his cheese done slid off the cracker, not in control of his faculties, or someone else is controlling him.
There is a look of intelligence in his eyes that does not belong there.
Rude.
Mm.
Um, there's a slightly better way to state that.
Or is he like possessed?
The person that you've heard about, that personality is not present.
Okay.
Whoever is in control of the body
Mm-hmm.
is far more intelligent and far more forceful than what you have heard and learned about the administrator. Because this administrator is making quick, intelligent decisions as people are walking up. And this administrator also seems to have a very strong will.
I'm gonna take the wait, watch, and see to see if it's a good thing that someone else is in control of his body, or if it's a bad thing.
Okay.
Because I also don't know if dispel magic will actually work. Decisive. But is there a way for me to talk to my party without? Yeah, I'll share that information after the conversation, like out of earshot of the administrator.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm just gonna observe the conversation.
Have you seen the captain by any chance?
Yes, that lazy lout, I banished him from the city.
Hmm.
Wait, I thought he was one of the top officials in the city that isn't dead. What happened?
Oh, well, he refused to do anything to help the city. It was all me, me, me. So he's been disposed of.
There is so much. Those are a lot of red flags, Tony.
Yeah,
Do I get,
Pavlets
do I, do,
was.
do I get the
Yeah,
impression that dispel
this I
magic
have
will?
this I have advantage on. Okay. Yeah, my insight check. That's proc by insight check. If you do not mind, Tony.
Go ahead.
I'll finally get to use the dice.
CDC dice.
Tasty dice. I
Clickety clack.
have a +7, so it's a 23 right now.
Okay.
Let's. I want to boost it. Kind of want to boost it. Why not?
I,
I'm gonna boost
I,
it.
I can give you guidance, but I don't think that will help.
You would have to actively cast a spell while I'm doing this in front of him.
So
True.
I've got boosted myself. I have fighter shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you say I failed the ability check, Tony, with a
No.
23?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that actually sounded and that you got the impression that he wasn't lying about is that the captain of the guard was dealt with.
So the exile was also a lie, but the dealt with.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, dealt with, not a lie. Exile lie.
Yes.
All right.
And he actually, when he says the words dealt with, he actually smiled.
I felt that.
Air quotation.
Smile. Okay. My danger sense is proccing right now, and I'm not gonna say anything
Okay.
for right now. All right. So I guess what happens next since he has been exiled?
Is a new person going to get appointed?
Ah, yes. We have just the individual. Um, he is currently evaluating the current structure of the citadel, and he'll be having crews make adjustments to meet his needs.
Oh, and who is this individual?
Oh, I'm sure you've never heard of him, but he's a disabled chap. He's stuck in a wheelchair.
Uh, does he have a name by perchance?
Uh, Ansiv.
What did he say?
I put it in the chat.
Ensiv. Okay.
Actually, I spelled that wrong.
Ensiv.
Right.
Ensiv.
He look like by chance? Maybe we've seen him around.
Oh, he's kind of a middle-aged man. Uh, was a meddling wizard at one point in time. But super sharp. He comes from lands afar.
I get the impression that he might be talking about the guy that we killed that was in the wheelchair.
I mean the lich that was in the wall.
Yeah.
Um, it is a potential.
Oh gosh. This is why we need the phylacteries.
All right. Danger, danger, danger. Did the other two have anything to add?
I'm sorry, does what?
Did the other two have anything to add?
Oh, Sika and Buttercup?
Yep.
What's the administrator's
No, not
name?
really.
Oof. And Civ. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's been time, hasn't it? For enough time for a phylactery to pop back up.
It's been 30 days.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of a secondary thought I had.
All right.
So, just have the same problem coming up again.
Yep. Recurring villain. What?
What's that?
Oh,
Do we want to ask him about the centaurs party that was seeking out the phylacteries?
new.
Okay.
New. Da, 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 da.
My cat likes the chair.
Do you like the chair?
I do.
Are you sitting in it weird yet?
Always.
Yeah.
I don't sit normally.
All right. So
Well,
we need.
when you say that, I think you're saying like L.
I don't like from Stranger Things though.
Oh
No.
no, Death Note.
There's a possibility.
Sometimes.
No, I don't think she's sitting like Elle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Do you
that's
ever
hard.
Yes.
sit in a chair? In a chair
Oh
with
my
your.
gosh. Yes, I was sitting exactly like that until my knees started hurting.
You were sitting like you were. Okay.
Eating a potato chip.
Well, yeah, yeah, I was shrimping.
Well, the shrimp isn't the thing. It's the full on feet on the seat cushion.
Oh, I do that all the time. That's normally how I sit. That's
I don't think so. Not the way Elle sits.
like the only thing I don't have is my hands on my knees because they're on my chin and my computer mouse. But the knees being up by my chin, yes.
Yeah, she does sit like that.
I've been called out. Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
So, all
uh,
right.
a servant walks up to you guys. Do you have any more questions for Lord Kas?
So his name is Lord Kas, note takers.
Thank you.
Podcast. Yes. Forgot that is an important thing. That
Oh
needs to be
my God, Tony!
What?
What?
I know that name.
Pulled it out.
done. Lord Kas.
Lord Kas. All right.
Going to have to make another table.
Well, we had
ABCs.
in the Feywild game we had what would you call it a bad guy tracker.
I don't think I need that.
All right.
Insert table. Let's do that.
Okay, well,
The bigger question is, you know why you know Lord Kas's name.
as a player, I know why.
As a character,
Huh?
as a character, probably you might not even know them.
Akros?
I should not know who Lord Kas is as my character.
Akros.
No.
That is a true statement,
alrighty.
yes. You do, you guys have done enough perception checks with high enough rolls. You are aware, based on Cass's mannerisms and speech, that he is not of this particular world.
Oh, okay. An alien.
Yep. So everything about him is like pinging. There's just red flags galore, isn't there, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can hear the grin in your voice, Tony.
Yeah. It is quite the weird
Ah,
thing
my
that we're able to do
minions.
that.
You have fallen into my trap.
So if you guys don't respond to the servant, they start trying to usher you away. As you see 4 guys carrying a litter with an individual sitting in a wheelchair.
Oh, Ansem
The
was
of a
behind
bit.
us the
You
entire
can.
time.
He's been working his way up the stairs.
Yeah, I can see how that would take a while.
He has a shawl draped over his legs.
Playing up the I'm pitiful.
God damn it.
Oh.
How long were you expecting the secret to remain a secret, Tony, from the players? I won't say anything yet. It lasted 5 minutes, Tony. For me.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But it's like, what did Eric figure out?
Right, and I'm just like I put up my little thing.
Yep. All right. Well, player has figured out, but my character doesn't know any of this. So, all right.
Let's see.
Lord Kas is his name, correct? Is that?
Lord
Yes.
Kas is the administrator.
Mhm.
The administrator.
And
Ansem
Ansiv
is
is.
the
is
wheelchair
he
bound
looking
person.
and is he looking like he's going to become the next leader?
Okay, I'm good. I
Yes.
had my good laugh, Tony. Nope, I need to hit long rest. All right, so after we're away, I was like, that was a lot of red flags, everyone.
Yeah. It was enough to make me go, I should stay shut up.
And that was a situation where how we've been talking about like tactical aspects was it's best to retreat.
Like I did with the Death Knight.
No.
That I am very proud of you for that. Gods rarely suffer fools for champions. So, but I'm still convinced your father's trying to get you killed.
And Seth, by the way, beyond being bound to a wheelchair, appears to be a somewhat physically imposing figure, except, of course, for his legs.
We need to find the captain. If he's still alive.
Considering disposed of and dealt with were the words used. Yeah, tactical retreat from Ansem.
And obviously not from this world. That dialect, that mannerisms. All right. Okay, where were we as characters? Where were we think to go to next, Tony? The
Well,
no one's discovered the secret location, have they yet?
Well, there's like 5 locations that are secret of the Phylacteries.
I'm talking about of the rebels.
Uh-huh.
oh, no.
No, they haven't discovered it yet.
Yeah, they're still kind of an underground group.
Go talk to them.
Okay.
And we just gotta make sure no one is really tracking us or following us.
Okay. Roll perception check.
I think I can do that with my survival, maybe?
Following us? Generally perception, but
Wow. That was horrible.
okay. Yeah, I get to roll dice.
Sanya's la 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 la. New environment to check out.
Yeah.
Oh look, piece of
Um.
candy.
Yeah. I got a 20. Got a 21, Tony. Is that considered a failure?
No.
All right.
And the short answer is yes, you are being followed. In fact, you are being followed by more than one person.
Would you say rebellion people or no?
You're not sure yet.
Is one of them happen to be Durs?
Let's
Would
find out.
we be able to tell whether the people that are following us are working together or are separate?
Um, roll an investigation check.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, I'm not
Everybody?
surprised, but still.
No. Is that
11!
is that for both of us, Tony, or just Sika?
It can be for everybody, actually.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Let's just try.
Oh my gosh, I'm on fire.
I am not.
Natural 2021. If I need to add more,
What?
Tony, let me know.
No,
Oh,
it's fine.
where's the one, two?
So,
Oh, rolling dice?
he's rolling real dice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, remind me
I
again
would,
what,
but I
what
don't
we
have
were
any math.
investigating. Exactly. You were trying to figure out.
If they seem to be working together in conjunction with one another.
The answer is no.
How many do we know about how many are following us?
Perception for that.
I mean, we already got the perception.
Alrighty. Just one.
We rolled it.
You are aware of two.
That two are following us?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
From two different groups or bosses.
Will we at this point know of a space where we could confront these people?
Yeah. Or you can at least try.
They're coming from opposite directions?
No, they're actually following you.
Okay.
One is following you via the rooftops, and one is following you in the streets.
I'm trying to figure out, like, Endurus is not with us, correct? Right now, within
That
the
is
group.
that is a true statement.
Does one of them seem to have his mannerisms? Like been with him enough at this point to kind of.
Yes and no. Yes, it has similar mannerism to Durs. No, and that Durs would be far more capable.
Right, I'm gonna bank on the one, and is that the one in the rooftop or the one in the crowd?
The one on the rooftop.
I'm banking on that one being an ally for right now. All right. Let's see if we can have a conversation.
Okay. So, how do you snare the other one?
That is the $1,000,000 question.
Card
Yes.
water. I was hoping I had 39. A sword whip. Mm, do we know where they're? Can we see them?
So you only catch glimpses of them from time to time. They're approximately 60 feet behind you at any given time.
Oh, I can only do 30. Oops. That is not what I meant to do, but what I was thinking of. The other that I might be able to do is hold person.
Oh.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
do hold person is 60 feet.
Let's see. Yeah, no.
And we just have to hope that they're not wisdom.
Your wisdom's not very good.
Yeah. What is my spell save DC? Oh, it's pretty good. Ugh.
Oh.
Do we have a net?
I can have a net.
Well, they failed their saving throw.
All
Alrighty.
right, and if that works, we go up to them.
Yep, hold person works.
Okay.
Do this, and then
Yes,
why
they
does
are
it say
paralyzed.
16?
That's your. Oh, what's your scores?
Yeah, on my character sheet it has 17, but on my spell save DC it has 16.
It
Well,
That
probably
means
is
that
not
that's
adding. It's probably not adding one of your modifiers.
Misty
Either.
Step
yeah. That's
shows
what.
a 17. So,
Yeah. And if you look at her character sheet, it says 17 too.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
yeah,
Did you?
it's not picking up one of your item boosts basically.
No.
Well,
Yep.
Yep.
and then it could be that you've set it to the actual stat rather than just your spell
Spellcast.
saving. Yeah,
Yeah.
spell cast.
So
Okay. So you
Uh,
close
spell.
on the held person who looks
with surrounding.
scared out of their wits. It is a teenage human.
Can you explain why you followed us?
I was hired. He said he'd give me 20
Hi.
gold to know where you went.
And who by?
His name's Henry Greer.
Henry Greer.
That name familiar to anyone?
Well, I should have written a backstory by now.
It makes me think of a certain character in a certain like TV show I once watched, but I highly doubt that's related.
Insight to see if they're telling the truth.
Oh, right. Would you like me
Yeah.
to step to the zone of truth?
Nah. Kid
Okay.
seems.
So the first name, the kid was telling the truth. The last name, the kid made up the name because he doesn't know what the last name is.
Oh.
So it's a Henry. Do we know anybody by that name?
Do we know Henry?
Do we need to do a history check?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what I got on this one.
I don't know jack.
Oh, well,
I
someone does.
remember everything.
I did that one. I did
Buttercup has
that one.
heard
Let's get
of a Henry. A Henry
I
Creel.
rolled.
Henry Cleel.
Creel.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
Now, how would you Now, for just acting, how would you, whoever successfully actually detected that he's lying about the last name, how do you confront him? Because I would be thinking of Henry Gleels rather than Henry Creels. If that was, if you didn't bring it up.
And by the way, Buttercup knows Henry Creel is a somewhat well-known wizard
Okay.
that also possesses psionics.
Oh,
He's got mind magic.
right. So he could be just Henry. If he's
I
being
forgot.
if he is serving who I think he is, he could his master could be looking through his eyes currently as we speak.
Is he known as a nice person?
Henry, he has nice moments.
All right, so pretty average.
And
All
the
right.
kid's like, he beat the shit out of my sister once.
Okay, that's not. And do you believe that there? No, you wouldn't answer that.
It does not sound like this job was voluntary.
Yeah. I'm not saying we actually beat this kid for just following us. I'm just saying we're getting information.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we're not gonna beat him. That'd be,
Cruel and unusual.
and we're not monsters,
Right.
right? Not looking at Buttercup.
Yeah.
Right, in your ethics trade, you don't beat defenseless people.
Not defenseless people, but take out threats. No, even if you underestimate them.
Right. Does this kid look like he knows any more, Tony? Honestly.
Not really, no.
Mm.
Right.
Okay. Plus, we have
Okay.
the other
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. So I pull out 20 gold, Tony, and give it to the kid or the teenager. I like, get out of here.
Um, okay, but Henry's still going to want to know where you went.
We went to the woods. Or wherever, whatever basin thing that we're at.
Uh,
I don't know where the tell them we went shopping. There you go. I
And
don't know.
all separated into different places.
yeah. Let's say we split up and you couldn't follow us all.
Well, and say that I went to the temple of Ionos.
He looks between the four of you and then turns and runs.
That deals with that problem for now. Hopefully, the 20 gold will
Hi,
let him.
nice meeting you.
Yep. Is there anyone else like on the street where we're at currently, Tony?
There's a handful of individuals. Mostly, you see a woman walking her child between stores. There's an old man sweeping in front of his shop. There's a couple walking down eating something. That's about it.
Okay. So I guess with that, I like since we have one kid that was following us and one that was actually a bit more skilled, that had similar mannerisms. Let's go to a area that's a little bit more isolated. Not much more, but a little bit more.
Okay.
Run down alleyway.
And when we get to that point, Tony, let me know when we're. I just kind of say, "Hey, you move like him, but you're not quite as skilled. How about you come out and talk to us?"
An arrow thunks into a door, and there's a note attached to it.
Pull it, open it. What to say?
It says, Jimmy the Hand of the Assassin's Guild invites you for a conversation. And it shows
I feel like I've.
a little map that goes down and actually goes down below the sewers into tunnels that, as far as you know, nobody knows exists in Akros.
We have an invitation.
We do.
Hope the talkers are ready to talk.
Do you follow it?
Yeah, honestly,
Okay.
I would.
So you walk around, you find where it tells you to go into, and essentially you go into a building. The building is essentially a deserted warehouse that connects to another deserted warehouse, and in the third building, there are stairs that go up, and then there's a trap door in the floor that leads down, um, and it goes down for about 40 feet. And you follow that for about 600 yards, and you walk into a chamber. The chamber is circular. There's a pool in the middle. The pool is surrounded by tables and chairs. You see about half a dozen city guards sitting at one table, and the rest of the tables seem to be occupied by thieves, cutthroats, and other disrespectful types. And
Just
in
because they look like it
a
doesn't mean they are.
slightly raised chair, and it's just a regular chair, but it does sit about 4 inches higher than everybody else's chair, sits a young man. Seems to be about 16 years old. When you enter, he instantly notices you and goes, "Welcome to the Assassin's Guild of Akros."
Have you presumed that you're Jimmy?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna do an insight check to see if they're not trying to pull our leg.
Okay. Nope, seems to be legit. Because the moment he starts talking, everybody else shut up.
Okay. Sonia's very curious as to how a 16-year-old became the assassin.
He
Hey.
killed he killed the previous person.
Yeah, but for a 16-year-old to keep... It's
Yeah.
not getting into power, it's keeping said power that she's like intrigued by.
So, hello. Oh, you're quite a young man. Uh,
Yes.
Guild, obviously.
I've been a member of the guild since I was 2 years old.
How character Tony like? Did he kill his dad with his
Nope.
Death by toddler.
death by toddler?
Nope. His family was killed by the previous master of the Assassin's Guild. And Jimmy, within the last 6 months, got his revenge finally.
So, you invited us. You guys move like a friend of ours.
I don't know about that, but you seem to have the better interest of Akros in your hearts. And despite our reputation, the Assassin's Guild is not fond of, shall we say, problematic leaders. And we're aware that a leader that you previously destroyed is back.
And there's a lot of red flags over there.
Well, of course there is.
So you picked up on the fact that he's not who he said who he actually is, right?
Oh, if you're talking about Cass, Cass is just a puppet.
No, I mean, well, Kaz is Kaz, but I mean uh the other one's being a puppet too, except his the other one's being controlled by someone behind the eyes.
Oh no, that's Cass.
Cass is the one controlling that person.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
he
Cass
obviously isn't
himself
from here.
is a servant.
Hmm. And Exev is obviously not who to say what he is. So,
Oh, he is an undead lord wizard of some kind.
well, Cass is not from here. So, and I don't mean Akros. I mean not from Theros at all.
We had wondered about that.
Strange mannerisms, strange accent.
you're well informed.
I am. I make it a point to stay well informed.
Well,
Almost every child in the city under the age of 14 is on my payroll.
Henry Creel and that child that was following us.
Henry Creel. Yeah, we're not entirely sure who Henry Creel is, though we have heard the name.
Well, he had a child following us, so you might want to keep your eye on that one. I'm assuming your man saw that child following us as well. Or woman. I don't know who was following us per se, other than working for you.
Yes. That was, in case you're curious, that was Miss Kitty.
Kitty?
Miss Kitty?
Miss
Yes.
Meow. Okay.
That's
Sneaky.
And this new character if this one dies.
So, she's a Leonin. In case you're not familiar with the Leonin, they are feline humanoids of Theros.
Yeah. We've met a few. So, plan. You have the information. We were looking for that captain. I'm assuming dead, or you know where he's being kept.
Actually, we don't know. That's the reason you were followed, is you started asking questions, which was an automatic trigger for us. Which is why you're here now.
The invitation we couldn't refuse.
Oh, we could have.
I'm also
But
aware of your interest in the original resistance group.
Were you a part of that group?
Some of us have memberships in that group.
Well,
I know it may not
that's the
seem like it, but we do operate with a certain code.
would imagine because in order to be hired as an assassin, you have to be trusted. In order to be trusted, you have to have a code.
Most importantly, we would like to find the original ruler of Akros.
The original ruler? That. Do you know? Do you have a name? What they look like?
His name is Arthur.
I swear to God, his name's Pendragon.
No.
Author.
Technically, his name is Arutha.
Yeah.
So many NPCs.
So many NPCs. So, what would you like us to do? Since you're contacting us, you want us to be able to move around.
So, what I want to know is what your intentions to Ansev might be.
That's to the non-believer.
Like what our intentions and Ansev's intentions are?
What you might be planning to do about him.
Well,
and this is the prince's full name.
The hell is wrong?
Paladin friend over here. He would
Yes.
want to try to kill the lich again.
Yes, I would.
We're agreeable to that, but there's the matter of apparently devices he has scattered around.
Phylacteries?
Yes. We had been paying a group to hunt them down, but they have for some reason disappeared from the city. We
Right,
do
right.
we do know the leader of that group was found dead recently.
You
Aw.
collect their body.
We were unable to do so. A Smilodon centaur is extraordinarily rare and unique. Her body was taken to the Silver Spire.
Is that place still functional?
Yes.
So are
Although
we right in?
there's been some recent escapes.
So it's not a voluntary commitment.
Well, it is in most cases initially, as our understanding. People voluntarily check in.
They don't voluntarily check out.
They can't check out.
Yes, that is our understanding. Or if they
So
do
they're
check out, they are hollow shells of their previous selves.
Are they getting paid by family members, or is this just a suicide to benefit?
Most of them go because they believe that the next part of their soul is a curse. And the people at the Spire offer treatments to remove said curse.
Right.
that sounds awful.
They're willing to kill to protect their secrets.
Yep.
We've also noticed Nick's energy being used and applied in ways that are not natural to Theros.
So that's a problem. Are
Well,
they
not
are they
natural to
continuing to
Theros. So does that mean that we were supposed to suspect Lord Kai?
Cass?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put
Like Cass, I was like making sure we're on the same page.
yeah, Cass,
All
because
We've
right.
he's
not
an
been able to
alien.
make a connection between them yet. But there was a recent escape.
Hmm.
We're still looking for that escapee.
So this is a lot of threads. Um, what would you like us to plug on? Plug on first, because you have the info.
Well, I will leave the priorities up to you to what you feel you're capable of dealing with. But for the meantime, I'm suggesting a working alliance of information. We'll share with you if you share with us.
I look at the knowledge seeker and secret keeper, going like, well, does this sound appropriate? Did we lose Hannah or is she muted?
Meow. Sorry.
I'm looking at you.
You looking at me?
Yes, we're currently going. Do you want to go after the secret society who's stealing souls?
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, also working with the Assassin Guild to uncover secrets and share information.
Yeah. Sure.
It's at that moment you hear Durs go, "Well, that's a good choice." He's
Where have you been
standing behind
hiding?
you.
Where have you been hiding at?
Oh, I'm in here, I'm in there. Made a
Is
trip,
he part?
came back.
Is he part of the Assassin Guild?
Uh,
Yeah, we're currently in like their tavern of
you
the
guys can
assassins.
roll perception checks at this point.
Okay.
Oh, someone got 20. Oh, let's see what I get. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I got a natural 20 too.
Okay.
27 total.
So the first thing you notice is Jimmy is off the chair and on a knee.
Oh.
A few seconds after which, so is everybody else in the room.
Are you hiding your information?
No, I think
Why
they're
are they
currently.
kneeling to Durs?
Yeah, no, Durs probably. Yeah, no, Durs.
Because
Yeah.
I am a god.
Correct. Sorry, Durs. Are you asking us to bow as well?
Of course not. I didn't ask them to bow.
Like, I'm pretty sure you don't ask friends to bow.
Why do I feel like he's slumming it with us? Because we treat him normal.
Well, I
Also,
guess.
we also
Yeah,
get
and
into good fights.
also, so are you associated with the assassins?
I
Is that why
would
you kill?
never. I'm
Oh,
here by accident. I heard a rumor.
Okay.
Are you? Just for such giggles.
Oh, by the way, I'm looking at Jimmy going, just as a side note, remember how I mentioned that you move?
Yep, I believe him.
You believe he's a god?
Yep.
Or I believe also Buttercup believes he's a god. uh, I look at Jimmy. I'm like, by the way, you know how I mentioned that you guys moved like a friend of ours,
Uh-huh.
but not quite as good. I pointed there's. That's what I'm used to.
Understood.
So we allies of convenience are now full-fledged allies.
Oh, and I have to say we're convenience. I'm currently looking at you guys to probably attempt to interfere if I see you working.
No, I was asking Jimmy, are we allies of convenience or now allies? If this helps the trust.
But Jimmy is looking at Durs. Durs shrugs and goes, "The existing agreement stands."
All right.
Hey,
So
I'm a Senya.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what was that?
sure.
Has never met Durs before, as far as she knows.
Oh. You briefly met him at the top of the Citadel after your little battle with the wizards.
Yeah, The biggest thing that you've heard him do is kill the previous lord of this city.
Yeah, I thought it was you literally just popped up and like didn't talk at all. But this is like the first conversation we're having, so she's making it a point to introduce herself.
She's like,
He popped up.
nice to
I can see.
nice to formally meet you, my lady. By the
She
way,
like titters.
Did you know that I'm a deity?
Hmm.
I keep telling these
Really?
guys, but they don't believe me. So,
Hmm.
of course, that
Uh,
was that
Oh, I
accident
mean,
with the
I
Hydra.
believe you. I just don't know what to do with the information because
Well,
I
you do
want
tend
to
to pop
show. I
out
want to
up
show
out of nowhere.
loyalty to the god I've known a bit longer than you.
I don't think he's asking for fealty.
I was like, oh, do you know Karametra?
No, not on my radar.
Okay. Oh, you do, Sarah. Say hi.
Sure.
Well, okay, so we have the Silver Spire. We need to find a captain, but we don't have any information on said captain. We need to
We don't.
find the Phylacteries. Do you guys have any information on the Phylacteries?
And find the escapee.
Theirs is like, probably we should hunt down the only gnome in the city.
The only gnome?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Oh,
What?
I met a gnome. That's who I got the token from.
Yeah.
Well,
He
as
just
I
kind
understand
of.
it, he has a compass that'll help us find the phylacteries.
All
Well,
right.
if he
Yeah, we should find
didn't
their
make enough
corpse.
money, he has to pay. He's in jail.
What?
Oh, we should probably start there.
Okay, sounds good. I like the idea of going up to the biggest person who's likely. I If they've been chopped up, I can make it sound like I'm trying to buy their stuff rather than and the search out the person who doesn't actually want to be found.
Okay. When we say we're going to the jail, you said some of the people are at least appear to be guards and whatnot.
Yes.
I look around. Any of you would work in this situation?
Yeah. A couple of the guards look at you. They look at each other. Or one goes, "It's your turn." And the guard, whose apparently turn it is, stands up and walks over and goes, "Yeah, okay. You can follow me."
Yeah, I think it would look a little less suspicious if we came with you.
Don't all rush in now. Jeez.
Actually, it's probably going to look more suspicious. But
Why? Why is that? Okay, how about this? What should we do, say, or act if we're trying to get him out?
well, it depends on the crime that he's committed. If it's a matter of he didn't pay a fine, you'll just have to pay the fine and the penalties for the fine.
Hmm.
If he's done a capital crime, well, you'll have to wait for his trial. If I
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a
look in
fine.
with you, uh, those fines and fees go up because uh, the guard take a dim view of people trying to use relationships with guards to influence prosecution.
So we got to go make bail.
Sounds like it.
Well, sounds like it's cheaper to go alone.
Yep, definitely cheaper, but at least we now have information. Shall we?
Yep. Thanks for the info.
Okay,
Yep.
so you go directly to jail.
Do
Do
not
not
pass
pass
go.
go.
let's go see how much if he's in there.
He might be in jail, he might not be, but he was trying to sell stuff extremely cheap so he could make money. And I bought some fancy stones.
How long ago was this?
Couple of
I-
days.
Yeah, a couple days.
Well, he might not be in there, but
Worth a shot.
I kind of look over to left hand Jimmy. So we're gonna go check the jail. You guys could think you could see if you could find him if he's actually not in jail, or do you know his location if he wasn't in jail?
I think he's back in jail. Our understanding is he decided that instead of selling Cobalt Alley tokens, he started giving them away and then trying to sell other things. And just for the record, Cobalt Alley tokens are illegal in Akros.
Oh.
I'm gonna discreetly lose my token here.
Okay.
Maybe one of the other people that was on the other side of the table would like it.
Yeah, basically half the room wants the token.
Ooh, I will sell it for 400.
Then you hear 405, 410. And the bidding continues.
I'll let it get up to 5, and then I'll sell it to whoever said 5.
Okay, so before you're able to even stop the bidding actually gets up to, let's see. Uh, 340 gets up to 740 gold.
Okay, I'll sell it.
The moment you hand it to the winner, he closes his eyes and disappears.
And then the coin comes back alone.
Wait, does that mean I didn't get my money?
Oh no, you get your money.
Okay.
So the guy that bought the token comes back, and he is sporting new scales on his skin, and his eyes are now those of a dragonborn. The rest of him still looks human. And then he breathes fire.
Oh no.
It's like, beat me a dragonborn.
Wait, so I'm now under the understanding that this token gives you powers?
No,
You bet your soul.
It's only illegal if you have the token?
I bet a
More
dragonborn.
like-
I got 25% of his soul. And a couple of physical properties.
That individual no longer has.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I think next time I might try and bet against a Naga.
What property do you want to take from them?
I don't know yet. Still thinking about
Thanks for the coin.
it. All right.
Because I don't think my character had any clue as to what the heck that was.
He's like, thanks for the token. Not only did I pick up new powers, but now I have a place where I can escape to at will.
Mm-hmm. We've used it that way before.
Cool. That's what that does.
we have used that so many times.
All right. I think we're gonna hold it there for tonight.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Aw.
However, I will tell you that the gnome's fine is 2,500 gold
Okay.
and $500 or 500 gold pieces in penalties. So total of 3,000 gold pieces
Oh.
to get him released.
We got that.
Yeah. But right, the fines for his
I think I'm back. Yep, I'm back up to where I was before. Or after
Buying stuff.
I worked for 14 days.
All right, boys and girls.
Mhm.
I know I think Ben and Hannah were on the call. And Eric, I know you saw the Kickstarter
Yeesh.
and the Facebook page.
I don't think I saw that Eric told me about it.
But yeah,
What's going on?
he's making books.
He's gonna try to do a Kickstarter book campaign thing.
Yeah.
Oh, to fund your stuff.
Yeah.
Ye-
Probably
Cool.
we'll kick it off September 1st. Um, it's going to be a fully encapsulated Fey Realms book. So it's going to have a couple of new classes, a couple of sets of new spells, of course, all the various magic items, location settings. I even have, let me see. Can you guys see me?
Oh wait.
Yes. No, actually, it's just black.
I'm getting a loading screen right now.
Oh, loading
Yeah, I
screen
got
for me
loading.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Just
got
need-
loading.
Turn it off. Have you turned it off and on? Failed to start camera. Is what I just got.
Mm-hmm. Air
I just
2012.
yeah. Let's see.
Let's try again.
Did it? Did it? Did it?
Oops.
Did that?